What do you think we're going to talk about today? The Marlins offseason plan? We got Game 7, baby! A game for the ages in Cleveland. The Cubs won a championship. And, of course, we are all over it. Bruce Shine's back in the house here, too. You and me, next 60. High Heat starts now.
Ooh, crazy's what they think about me. Ain't gonna stop 'cause they tell me so. 'Cause 99 miles per hour, baby, is how fast that I like to go. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Feel it in my soul. Really need it.
Welcome to High Heat, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to You Got It. It's the third day of November, and it's High Heat, and it's great to have you with us on this tremendous baseball day. What a day for baseball on a Wednesday night in Cleveland. Good to have you aboard, folks, with Mitch Green, Rich Savino, all the fellas. Good to have Bruce Shine back in the house. We're back in our little location here on 49th Street. After 10 or 11 days on the road, all the folks, all the crews, and everybody who put up with us on the road did a superb job. And away we go, the MLB Network people and what have you. Got a report from Chicago forthcoming. We got a lot of little different parts of this show today that we want to piece together. And I don't want to shortchange anybody. So the first thing we're going to do today is pay homage, which is what we should start with the Cubs. And I two things. Number one, I've been all over the Cubs. Not that anybody cares what I think, but we've been all over the Cubs, and we've been hard on the Cubs, and we've given them a hard time, and I got to see more. And, you know, Tom Verducci thinks of the 1927 Yankees, and, you know, Brian, of course, Mr. Kenny with the run differential, all these accolades that the Cubs received all year long. And we sort of poo-pooed it, and, you know, probably, you know, partly as embellishment, get a little something going, get a little reaction going, partly because I thought it was a little too quick before they had actually done anything yet in 2016. Well, now you got to get off it, because the Cubs last night took a slug, really this whole series, but last night specifically because it's the significant event, really, and it's an event that's going to last. It's Bernie Carbo is what it is. It's going to last forever. They got off the deck after getting hit by a right hand in the bottom of the 8th inning. And if you get off the deck after getting hit by a right hand on the road in that scenario, I say on the road a little strangely, we'll get to that later, you know, and you come off the deck and you still somehow figure out a way to win the game and the World Championship, well, you know what? You get kudos from anybody. That's simple as that. You can be an idiot. You don't want to give them credit. This ball club did a superb job. Forget the fact that they came from 3-1 down, which is good enough. Only the fourth team now in history to do what the Cubbies have done with the Game 5 in their building, then Game 6 and 7 in the other place, in the other team's stadium. And that's, of course, the 57, 58 Yankees, the 68 Tigers, the 79 Pirates. That's good company as far as the Cubbies are concerned, a young team as well. So we give them credit for all the things that and I'll tell you, I've always thought that for franchises who have long dry spells, and no dry spell is longer than the Cubs, I've always said and maintained forever that if you are one of those franchises, the 2004 Red Sox, to a certain degree, the Cavaliers in the city of Cleveland last year, you need to do something unbelievably dramatic. And the Cubs did that. Down 3-1 in the World Series, completely really outclassed the first 3 out of the first 4 games. And they got off the deck. They got off the deck the hard way. And then in Game 7, they go out there, blow a lead, big issues, and still come back and figure out a way to win the game in the 10th inning. I mean, that is a tremendous job. And I tell you, so we give the Cubs their due. That's the first big aspect of the show today. Second aspect is the Cub fan. I was just walking by a little radio booth there a few minutes ago, and our host at the place, Adam Shine, said, Chris, you wouldn't believe it, 9 lines all over the place, Cub fans on a line. Really, Cub fans? Adam, what's a Cub fans? They're crying. I can't believe I had a chance to win a championship. My granddad would be happy. My father would be happy. My this would be happy. My that would be happy. My uncle would be happy. I've been a fan for 50 years. I've been a fan for 60 years. Billy Goat, 1908, 69 with the Black Cat. Obviously, Leon Durham. And now I have finally a chance to win a title. And you know what? It feels good. You know, tears coming, guys. Tears you can hear through the microphones, the airwaves. And listen, I've been part of it. I was there in 2010 with San Francisco. The Red Sox fan was a part of that in 2004. And now the Cub fan finally gets a chance to rejoice. I'd be shocked if in some capacity the Cubs, their fan base, the team, is not the sportsman of the year as far as Sports Illustrated is concerned. We don't need Michael Phelps. We don't need any more swimmers. The Cubs are the sportsman of the year without a doubt, or the city. Depends how you want to figure it out. It's up to you. But something Cub-related should be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I mean, 1910. I mean, 1908. Think about it. My grandfather was 10 years old, growing up in Lower Manhattan, going to the Polo Grounds to watch Christy Mathewson. That's the last time the Cubs won a championship. And for them to get off the deck and win this title after all these years, and they haven't had a lot of shots, you know. This is not a team that's had year after year after year. They've had their moments, but they haven't had a year and year in consistency, year in and year out consistency to win a title. And obviously this year they have done that. So we give the Cub fans, enjoy it. The bottom line is you don't live long enough. You know, sports are very important in society. I was in the ballpark last night. I saw the joy. We were there last weekend in Wrigley Field. I saw the apprehension. Enjoy it. I was there in Wrigleyville. Enjoy it. Have fun. It doesn't come every day. You never know when that next championship is going to come. And by the way, in the ninth inning last night, you may not know, you may have not thought that championship was going to come. So that's the second thing I wanted to say about the Cubs. Third thing I want to say about the Cubs, and I'm not a huge fan of him, but I have to give him an incredible amount of credit. Who in America watching this game, and believe me, 40 million of you did, and that was about the rating. Who in America did not think that the Indians were going to win a World Series at about midnight after Davis hit the home run? Who in America? Who in America? After hit that ball out of nowhere, that home run on left field, we all thought they were going to win a title. The Indians had even LeBron. Watch LeBron. You don't think he thought they were going to win a title? What a job by LeBron, and who used to be a Yankee fan, and now he can't get enough of this. This is fun. Watch this. See LeBron here in a minute on your screen. But who in America thought that the Indians were not going to win a title? I mean, I thought they were going to win. The Indians had, essentially, when you analyze the game, and we'll spend more time in Cleveland in a minute, they had 5 chances, 5 at-bats to win the game. Now, I was shocked that he brought Chapman, Joe Madden back for the ninth, because lots of times those big closers, when they give up the bomb, that's it. They're finished for the day, go to somebody else. And again, I'm not a big fan. That is a tremendous job by Chapman. He gave up the single to Crisp. He got out of the inning with the Gomes strikeout, a very bad at bat. Got out of the inning with the Gomes strikeout. Cubs leave a guy on third base in the top of the ninth, and Chapman comes back on that mound. Top of the order. Santana, Kipnis, who's had a good series, and Lindor, who's as dangerous as all can be, and Santana get the ball out of the ballpark. He comes back on that mound, doesn't throw his fastball because he's worried, and he's lost his velocity. We all know about the overuse and all those scenarios, and he gets a 1-2-3. That, my friends, is what you call guts, and that's what wins championships. There aren't many relievers. Mariano could. Andrew Miller could. But for him to go back on that mound after blowing that game and then not scoring in the top of the ninth, and in that ballpark, although it was Cubs Central, again, more on that later, for he to get 3 outs in that spot when the Indians, I thought, and so did the whole building, that they were going to win the title, that is a tremendous job by Chapman. I take more from that in last night's game 7 and 8. Now listen, he blew the game in the 8th inning, don't get me wrong, but he didn't totally collapse. And for that, he deserves a lot of credit. So today, the Cubs off the deck. Today, the Cubs the right hand off the deck. Today, the Cub fan, 1908, it's about time. And today, let's give some accolades to Chapman. Obtained July 31st, August 1st, as the missing link. Some up and down scenarios, especially in the postseason. Bombed in the 8th inning. Saved him in Game 5. Shouldn't have been used in Game 6. Bombed in the 8th inning. Indians got all the momentum in the world. Top of the order. Doesn't have his fastball. 1, 2, 3. That's how you win a championship. Lots to do today. Mr. Shine is the first thing we must discuss. Bruce, you got just the Cubs now. We'll do the Indians and all those things and Madden later. I want to hear your thoughts on the Cubs.
I was every bit as impressed with Chapman last night as I was with his historical performance in Game 5. I was shocked he got out of that 8th inning. 2 key at-bats. You go back to the leadoff hitter, Lindor. You know what? It's 2-0. It's Lester at the time. take a pitch. He gets on base. Maybe that Davis home run is a 3-run homer, not a 2-run homer. And then Yan Gomes at bat that ended the inning when Chapman was in Never Land. Did he get a chance to sit down and settle down for that 9th inning? So I thought the Indians somewhat let him off the hook there. And listen, you know, we asked a question out loud. I thought it privately after the embarrassing debacle in the NLCS last year where they got buried by the Mets in those 4 games. Is this a team with a glass jaw? Well, they showed you repeatedly in this entire postseason. You chronicled everything from last night. Games 3 and 4 against the Giants in the division series where they rallied late, even gave it up and came back. Down 2-1 in the series against the Dodgers, and obviously facing 3 elimination games here and coming out on the better end of it. They obviously did a lot of things that you weren't quite sure this team had the makeup to achieve. And from a tangible standpoint, not only did you not think in a million years the Cubs are going to rebound from the Davis home run, but Madden had no bullpen left. You know, we spent a lot of time going into Game 7. Francona, it was going to be his 3 main guys. For Madden last night, that game was all about Hendricks to Lester to Chapman. Once Chapman's out of there, he had nowhere else to go. Enough with Carl Edwards Jr., by the way, too, please. It's amazing that they came back out. You know, we could talk about the rain delay and who it helped and who it didn't help. I was startled that the Cubs were able to escape the predicament they put themselves in.
Bottom of the 9th, the Indians had a chance to win a championship. The rain delay stabilized the game for the Cubs. They took a big breath. They had a little break. Whether Hayward, you know, had a little in the weight room meeting, who knows? You want to give them the credit for it? Go ahead. They had a 17 or 18-minute delay. They had a chance to stabilize the game. Everybody calm down. We still got an inning to win. It's the 10th inning. Let's go out there and get the job done. So it stabilized the game, if nothing else.
They also had the right part of the order coming up when they came out of the rain delay.
Good job. Okay, now, we obviously got lots to do in Chicago today. Good weather, and our pal is Lauren Shehadi. Let's get a little sense. Tell me about all this excitement, Lauren. Give me a feel of Chicago right now. What can you tell me?
Mad Dog, life is good. I want to set the scene from the very beginning. We boarded a flight this morning to O'Hare, and all the passengers in the aisle high-fiving. The pilot gets over the loudspeaker. He starts singing, "Go Cubs, go." He says, "We did it. I'm going to dim the lights. I know it was a long night. You guys can rest and relax." We get to the airport, Mad Dog. Everyone wants the newspaper, right? The local newspaper. Completely sold out. We try to get an Uber to a hotel. It says on the Uber app, we're delivering World Series merchandise around town. So for a price, if you want a hat, you want a t-shirt, it will get delivered to your house. The scene around Wrigley right now is calm. The people from last night, probably a little tired, went home to shower. A lot of families, a lot of people FaceTiming their families. I saw a guy run through the crowd, said, "I drove 15 hours from Colorado to be here just for this." I also spoke to a couple guys who said it was an expensive night around Wrigley. $1,000 just to get a seat at a restaurant. That's not even eating. $300 extra for all you can eat pizza. Also found out a few fans escaped inside Wrigley, made it past the security guards, and were running amok around Wrigley Field around 3 a.m. before being escorted out. 108 years, everyone celebrates differently, I guess, Mad Dog.
Wow, excellent. And the specialness, too. I hear did they close Wrigleyville? Didn't they close it in the 5th inning? That if you were in a bar in the 5th inning last night, Lauren, you couldn't get anywhere. You had to stay for the rest of the game, correct?
Exactly. How awful. You had to stay for the rest of the game, right? The trains were shut down. 4 days ago, you couldn't get a car around Wrigley. But a new tradition that I want to tell you that was pretty cool for this postseason, outside Wrigley in the right field bleachers, outside there, the fans were penning words of encouragement for the team. So throughout the postseason, go Anthony Rizzo, we love you, Addison Russell. Well, when they won the World Series, those messages turned sentimental. So people kind of penning messages to their family members who had passed on, their grandparents who had waited their entire lives, Mad Dog, for a moment like this. The message is, "Mom, thanks for making me a Cubs fan. This one's for you. Dad, I know you're smiling down upon us." So really a sentimental and emotional day outside Wrigley. I'm thrilled to be a part of it. I feel honored, to be honest. And just in Go Cubs Go, their victory song, top 15 on iTunes today. So if you're an iPod kind of guy, you can buy it.
Hey,
cool.
I
Another
love that song,
accomplishment.
too. Lauren, great job. We'll keep in touch. Thanks very much. I appreciate it today.
Sure.
You got it, Lauren Shehadi. Now, there's a second part of this theme that we must discuss today, and that's the Indians. Bruce and I do that in a minute. Come on back, IE.
High Heat is presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you.
You totaled your brand new car. Nobody's hurt, but there will still be pain. It comes when your insurance company says they'll only pay 3/4 of what it takes to replace it. What are you supposed to do? Drive 3/4 of a car? Now, if you had Liberty Mutual new car replacement, you'd get your whole car back. I guess they don't want you driving around on 3 wheels. Smart.
With Liberty Mutual new car replacement, we'll replace the full value of your car. Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Forget everything you think you know. Discover a world of possibility with one blade from Philips Norelco. The blade for beards. And be your best you. One blade from Philips Norelco. See Marvel's Doctor Strange in theaters November 4th.
Wouldn't you rather have a big DQ chicken strip basket instead of those little nuggets?
Wow, that's a big meal.
You got a big appetite.
Hey, I'm a big man.
You are big.
I'm big enough to lift this man.
You don't have to do that.
Yes, we do.
Go big with the DQ Chicken Strip Basket. Now just $4.99.
Welcome. Hi. Today we're going to be comparing the roll-formed high-strength steel bed of the Chevy Silverado to the aluminum bed of this competitor's truck. We're going to grab that empty toolbox for me. Let's start here with the aluminum bed.
That's a big hole.
Huge.
We got Swiss cheese for a truck here. I'm curious to see if that will do the same thing with the Chevy.
Well, let's find out. Same spot, same angle, same empty toolbox.
Took it way better.
The steel held up.
Silverado proved it is the toughest truck here.
Tonight's been great.
Yeah.
You look amazing. You take after your mom. She's hot.
No, Winter, shh. The subtle fragrance of Axe Black.
Welcome to Stouffer's Fit Kitchen. Prime cuts of meat, 25 grams of protein, and savory mouth-watering sides. It's the perfect balance of delicious and nutritious, making it just the right fit for you. Stouffer's Fit Kitchen meals. This is fit.
The Mad Dog's barking. Now you can bark back. Use hashtag High Heat on Twitter.
Your paycheck. Your family depends on it. But if something happened to you, you need life insurance. And chances are SelectQuote can get it for you for under $1 a day. SelectQuote found Alec, 38, a $500,000 policy for under $23 a month. SelectQuote found Kenesha, 39, a $350,000 policy for under $14 a month. SelectQuote's secret? They impartially shop a select group of highly rated companies like these for your best rates. Give your family the security it needs at a price you can afford.
Since 1985, SelectQuote has saved over 1 million families millions of dollars on life insurance. Call now or go to SelectQuote.com. Discover what over 1 million families know. We shop, you save.
1-800-559-3600.
Grits, gossip, trade rumors. Harold Reynolds, Matt Vasgersian. The relentless pursuit of the truth in the off-season. Hot Stove, Monday morning at 9 on MLB Network.
Welcome back to High Heat, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Okay, the second part of this story are the Indians, folks. And, if you blow a 3-1 lead, last two at home, normally you'd be all over them. It hasn't been done many a time, but in this case, you can't do it. The Indians played a great Game 5 in Chicago. They made the Cubs earn that just to get back to Cleveland. They had Chapman get 8 outs. They had guys on base late. They played a very clean ball game. Bauer had the one bad inning, but overall, the Indians lose a 3-2 game in Game 5 up 3-1. They didn't nail the game in, so no problems there. Game 6 had a bad game. The center fielder made a mistake. Tomlin wasn't very good. Big home run Bryant to get the Cubs off on the off and running. You know, you got a bad Game 6. They had a bad Game 6. You live with it. And if the Indians lose last night and they lose the game, 7-3, you'd say, geez, what a terrible way to finish the year, losing your last 3 games. But I can't feel that way with the way the Indians battled last night. Down 5-1, the great play by Kipnis with the extra run on the pass ball or slash wild pitch, whatever they actually called it. Then you throw in the bottom of the 8th inning when he hits the huge home run after it was set up. And that Brendan Guyer had a huge game after Guyer sets it up with a big hit there against Chapman. Even in the bottom of the 10th, when they were down 8-6, 2 out, nobody on, they came back and actually got a run in and had the tying run at first base, winning run at the plate. So a lot of things about the Indians that just have to really respect. They were depleted. No Brantley, no Salazar for the most part. No Carrasco, injuries all over the place. The manager did a tremendous job of squeezing every possible drop out of that lemon. And he got this team essentially, within a bloop single, within a freak play, even really within an extra base hit of winning a World Series. So, I mean, there is really, I know they haven't won since 1948, and I know that is obviously something that they're going to have to live with. But how do you get mad if you're an Indian fan today? You lost to a team that's got top to bottom better players, position by position, outside of maybe shortstop, and maybe second base. They got better players. They're better at third, they're better at first. They got better players, nothing you can do. The other team has got better players. They got a little healthier pitching staff right now. They were heavily favored. I mean, and you lost an impossible series. I don't know what you can really moan and groan about if you're an Indian fan. Obviously, Miller didn't have it last night. That hurt. He was due. Kluber didn't have it last night. That hurt. He was due. Obviously, Shaw, who's been a little up and down anyway, he didn't have it last night. You can't go crazy. He's made a big contribution. So the 3 or 4 guns, did he leave Kluber in too long? How do you take Kluber out? I mean, from that, they were down. He'd try to milk it a little longer. I don't know where you can get mad if you're an Indian fan. You lost. Somebody's got to lose. God plays in the games, too. Somebody's got to lose. Maybe the rain delay. Who knows? Somebody's got to lose. The other thing I was thinking about the Indians last night is the city of Cleveland. It's funny. They got one down 3-1, and they lose one up 3-1. Cavs, Golden State probably shouldn't have won. No Jamon Green, got fortunate. 2 games on the road. Cubs, maybe they got one they shouldn't have gotten. Fortunate. 2 games on the road. It's amazing how sometimes sports even out. And the last thing I want to say, and this is a little rough, but it has to be said. All of us, everybody on the MLB Network side, DeRosa, Leiter, I'll give you a list because I was with them all night. All of us were absolutely floored by the amount of Cub fans in that building. And I understand the Cub fan travels, and I understand it's a gargantuan moment for that franchise. And I understand, Chicago, wealthy, fans I understand all that. But the Indian fans got to be very, very disappointed in his brethren that they got rid of all those tickets. There was 25,000 Cub fans in that building. No kidding. Only holds 38,000. Half the place was Cub fans. Banners all over the place. I mean, if you're an Indian fan and you had tickets to Game 7, I don't care what they paid you. You can't give up your ticket to a Cub fan and the Cubs played a home game. I mean, it's really, and this is Cleveland. This is a great city for baseball and for sports. And the place was Wrigleyville East. And that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. All right, here's Mr. Sharp. Lot to do.
I don't think this setback is nearly as bitter as what they experienced in 97 or 07. That being said, in 20 years to lose 2 Game 7s of the World Series in extra innings, ouch. I will say this. When you have to overcome everything that they did, as you just documented, especially with regards to injury, you can't be shooting yourselves in the foot. And they had too many defensive miscues, cost them 4 runs with the 2 outfielders in Game 6 in the first inning, and then Rajai Davis's misadventures on a couple plays last night. That's 4 runs, on this stage against this caliber competition. It's going to kill you, and that went a long ways as to describing the Indians' demise in this World Series.
Well, the one thing I understand, Davis made a bad throw. Maybe he takes a bad break on the Contreras ball. I thought the David Ross home run was huge because it kind of eliminated the 2 runs they got off Lester. But here's the way you look at the game, Bruce. 1 out, 2 out, 1 on, bottom of the 8th, 6-6. All bets are off. You got the home field, 2 outs, bottom 8, 6-6, win the game.
They got a couple of huge gifts. The wild pitch with the 2 runs, as he just said, and Rajai Davis hitting a home run. And also Mike Napoli, who's been a brilliant postseason performer.
Couldn't get a hit.
And they kept putting him in the middle of that lineup.
Well, one day he sat in Chicago, but he couldn't get a hit.
Yeah.
All right, Joe Pazansky, he'll tie a ribbon around this World Series a lot better than I can. A great writer, and he'll join us in a sec here on High Heat. Don't go away.
Every off-season move causes a chain reaction. As the deals roll out, rivals race to get stronger. However the pieces fall, MLB Tonight will cover every twist and every turn. All this off-season on MLB Network.
If time is a measure of how good something is, then Evan Williams Bourbon has something really good going. Seriously good. Since 1783, Evan Williams has proven one thing, that a good bourbon is a smooth bourbon. Many years and many barrels later, people are still reaching for the smoothness of Evan Williams. That means something, doesn't it? Evan Williams, seriously good bourbon. And for more of a good thing, try the smooth flavor of Evan Williams Honey.
Shop Ashley Home Store's Black Friday mattress event for the greatest sale in history. For a limited time, get this mattress from Ashley Sleep or get 6 years no interest on Serta iComfort and Tempur-Pedic starting at just $24 a month. Plus add a power base for just $10 a month. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Constipated? Trust #1 doctor recommended Dulcolax. Use Dulcolax tablets for gentle overnight relief, suppositories for relief in minutes, and stool softeners for comfortable relief of hard stools. Dulcolax, designed for dependable relief.
When you freeze something,
It's for later.
but how much later?
There's no way to be sure.
But Wendy's is sure that if you want a juicy, delicious hamburger right now, it should be made with fresh, never frozen beef, unlike some other guys. So that's what's in every single hamburger Wendy's serves, and the doubles and the triples. Because at Wendy's, fresh never gets old.
Liberty Mutual stood with me when I was too busy with the kids to get a repair estimate. I just snapped a photo and got an estimate in 24 hours.
My insurance company definitely doesn't have that.
You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
The new Pixel, phone by Google, only on Verizon.
Okay, Google, show me Korean restaurants in Boulder.
I found a few places. The only network that can power the first phone with the new Google Assistant, unlimited photo storage, and a stunning VR experience.
How is this possible?
So buy a Pixel only on Verizon and get up to $400 back. And right now, get 20 gigs and 4 lines for just $160 with no surprise overages. All on America's best network.
Well, it's too long living in the same old lies. Yeah, I feel too cold to live, too young to die. Won't you follow me into the jungle? Won't you follow me into the jungle?
The baseball action continues on MLB Network in the Arizona Fall League. See the next wave of Major League phenoms take the field for the annual Fall Stars game, featuring first-round draft picks, Saturday at 8 Eastern, live on MLB Network. The wait is almost over. It's trophy time on MLB Network. The Baseball Writers Association of America announces their awards finalists Monday at 6 Eastern. Then don't miss the exclusive presentations of the awards beginning next Monday, all exclusively on MLB Network.
Don't let anyone say that it's just a game. For I've seen others.
That's in the air to center. What a start!
And you're born in Chicago, you're blessed and you're healed. The first time you walk
under the tag.
Our heroes wear pinstripes, heroes in blue. Give us the chance to feel like heroes too. Forever we'll win.
Bluebird leaves on the short side of a 4-1 score.
Hey!
Yeah, someday we'll go all the way.
He'll try and score.
Home run, David Roth.
United we'll fall down to our knees the day we
Southwest Doors.
When the day comes for that last winning run, I look to the sky
And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. The Cubs have done it.
Yeah, someday we'll go all the way.
That's a great moment there, Joe. Posnanski will join us here at New Light. Joe, of course, has written many a book, and he captures things perfectly, and he says hello. Joe, welcome. How are you today, pal, okay?
I am doing great.
All right, we got a couple of things to do. We'll do the game and what it meant and how good the game was in a second. Let's do it for the city of Chicago. Can you put into words 108 years, all the frustration? My grandfather was 10 years old, taking the newly formed IRT lines to the Polo Grounds to watch Christy Mathewson the last time the Cubs won a championship. Help me there first as far as the city of Chicago is concerned. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's the most iconic drought in sports, right? I mean, you talk 108 years and one of America's great, field, the whole deal. I think the thing that was so emotional about it is all of these people. 108 years is long enough that it's not just your lifetime; it's your father's, it's your grandmother's lifetime. It's dealing with so many people, and I know I've already heard from so many Cubs fans who were thinking about their grandfather or their grandmother or their great-grandmother and how they died before seeing the Cubs win a World Series and how much they wanted it and how much they were thinking about them in that moment. I mean, that's the greatest part of sports to me, is that connection. And when you're dealing with 108 years, there's nothing like it. And now it's over. And now it's over, and the Cubs are champions, and they're also another team for everybody else to hate. So it always comes with a price, but it's an incredible moment.
Yeah, first time is as good as it gets. Number two, Joe, how about the game itself? I don't know if it's the greatest game I've ever seen. I still think Yankees and Red Sox 78, Bucky Dent 5-4 with that great pennant race. I still put that up there as high as anything, and the Yankees ended up winning a championship. And it was a messy game. A lot of errors, and it was sloppy. There was something that too. But as far as that period there, 7th inning on, 8th inning on, that is as much drama as you are ever going to get in a championship setting, a Game 7 of the World Series. I mean, here's the best way to look at it. At midnight on November 2nd, you did not know who was going to win the baseball championship for 2016. I can't say any better than that. Let me hear your thoughts there for a sec. Go ahead.
No, it's exactly right. I wrote my piece, and in my piece I said, look, it's way too soon to try to rate this with Game 6 and 75 or the Bucky Dent game or heck, the Billy Hatcher homer game or I mean, there have been so many great baseball games through the years. It's hard to judge. I think what we know is this: it belongs in the conversation. I mean, it's certainly when you think of the drama coming in, when you think of it being a Game 7, when you think of two storied franchises who have not won in generations, so much on the line, and to have a game like that, so many twists and turns and rather late moments, and then as you say, I mean that Rajai Davis home run. I mean that's about as unexpected a thing as you'll ever see in the game, and then the rain comes, and I mean it was epic. I mean it was absolutely epic, and I think we'll be talking about it. I mean I think that as soon as everything sort of wears down, we'll be saying, okay, where does this belong? And it's going to be in the conversation for greatest game ever played.
Davis, in a lot of ways, Davis made the game. I mean, it would have been a good game anyway, but the Davis, it was like Bernie Carbo. I mean, that's immediately what I thought of. Carbo's home run in 75 in the 8th inning in Game 6. That wasn't an elimination game for the Reds, but as it turns out, it was sort of an elimination. It was definitely an elimination game for the Red Sox, and unlikeliest guy hits a 3-run bomb. That's what I was thinking about last night when Davis hit that home run in the 8th inning. Same inning that Carbo hit the homer against the Cincinnati Ball Club. How about that, Joe, for a sec?
Very good, very good connection. I've written about, I wrote a book about that 75 Reds team and wrote quite a bit about Carbo being sort of probably the most unsung home run in baseball history, if you think about it, because everybody remembers Fisk and nobody remembers Carbo. That game doesn't go to extra innings without Carbo. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly what made the game. I mean, at the point it was 6-3 and it looked over, and yeah, it was a good game. It would have gone down in history as a perfectly fine game, but yeah, that was the home run that turned it into something completely different, and then extra innings and the rain and everything else. That's what made it unique.
Where do you put the Cubs now, Joe? Listen, I know that everybody likes to wax poetic with run differential and run prevention and 103 wins. That's overrated to me. This is not the 75 Reds, the 36, 39 Yankees. They're not on that level. But the one thing I will say, and I said at the top, and I've been hard on them, and probably unfairly, what a job they did to get off the deck. I mean, they're down 3-1. They're in trouble in Game 5. They get out of the game. They go to Cleveland. They have to win 2 games. Only the 3 teams have ever done that. Then they get Game 6. They're in decent shape in Game 7. And then they take a right hand that's as big a right. I mean, that's Ali Liston. That's what that right hand was. And unlike Liston, who never got up, they did. So we have to give the Cubs an incredible amount of credit for responding after they got pounded there in that 8th inning last night. How about that for a sec?
No, it's absolutely right. I don't know where you place these Cubs yet because they're so young. I mean, we'll still see. I mean, if they win the next 5 World Series, then they're going to be in every conversation for the greatest team. So, it's way too early to tell. I will say this. That team, nothing about that team other than John Lackey, who's certainly getting up there, and they're probably going to do something with Chapman. That team is going to stay together for the next 5 years. There's nothing in that team to suggest that they're not going to be – you look at Bryant, you look at Rizzo, you look at Baez, you look at Russell. I mean, these are kids. Schwarber, I mean, they're not even close to their prime yet. I mean, Rizzo is, but the others are not even close to their prime yet. So for them to win the World Series this year when it was sort of everybody was just kind of beginning to come together, they're scary. I think they're a scary team for the next 5 years. I think they're going to go in as the favorite next year and probably the year after that and probably the year after that. I mean, they've got that kind of talent, and you got to give Theo Epstein a lot of credit for building that kind of talent.
No question about it. He's one of the all-time great. After Branch Rickey, find me a better GM. I can't do it. Nice job, Joe. We'll talk to you soon, of course, in the wintertime. Thanks for a few minutes here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Always a pleasure. Joe Posnanski, of course, there as far as the Cubs and the Indians are concerned. Bruce and I will come back. We'll look at Joe Madden for a sec. A lot of fans think maybe they won despite of some of his moves. We'll get a feel of it in a minute here on High Heat.
High Heat is presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you.
You owned your car for 4 years. You named it Brad. You loved Brad. And then you totaled him. You two had been through everything together. 2 boyfriends, 3 jobs. You're like, nothing can replace Brad. Then Liberty Mutual calls. And you break into your happy dance.
If you sign up for Better Car Replacement, we'll pay for a car that's a model year newer with 15,000 fewer miles than your old one. Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Today, we honor the craftsman behind the finest beer with the finest beer cheese on a burger. The Beer Cheese Bacon Burger with grass-fed beef at Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
Take the roar out of Snore. Yet another innovation only at a Sleep Number store.
After dark we come. The brave shirts and the still in work shirts, united against all dress codes. The glow gals, illuminated by 1,000 likes. The lords of the playlist. The careless dancers. The coat check skippers. The midnight feasters. And the last train sprinters. We are the night.
We're going to prove just how wet and sticky your current gel antiperspirant is. Now, we're going to show you how Degree Dry Spray is different. Degree Dry Spray. Degree. It won't let you down.
There are a few who move toward the sounds of chaos. Forged in the crucible of training, they are the first to move toward the sounds of tyranny, injustice, and despair. They are the few, the proud, the Marines.
Forget everything you think you know. Discover a world of possibility with one blade from Philips Norelco. The blade for beards. And be your best you. One blade from Philips Norelco. See Marvel's Doctor Strange in theaters November 4th.
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo!
Leslie Nielsen.
Is this an official bet?
Along with Priscilla Presley, Reggie Jackson, and a cast that'll have you laughing out of your seat. The Naked Gun, November 11th on MLB Network.
It's a brand new offseason on MLB Network with an all-star lineup, including baseball's only offseason TV morning show. We live baseball 24/7, 365 on MLB Network.
Here are your covers here in Chicago at last, the Chicago Trib. With the Cubbies, of course, you're going to see another one for the Sun-Times. What a wonderful world. The New York Post had a great one today, too. This is the front page of the New York Post today. Front page, not the back page. Cubs win thriller and 108-year curse. Game of the century. Great job by the Post today. I loved it as my papers fly all over the place. Okay. Let's do a couple things on the Cub manager because I know this is a big theme. He had some shaky moments in this postseason, and he had a couple of shaky moments in Game 7. Why he took out Hendricks in the 5th inning to rush to get John Lester in the game, I did not understand. First off, Sam Holbrook, who I did not like his game behind home plate, he squeezed Hendricks on his last batter with that walk. This was not a walk. I forget who's hitting in this spot. This is Coco Crisp on the out in the 5th. I mean, why in the world? And then he gets the second out. He's coasting. And that's Perez. There's the walk to Lindor. Now, we didn't get a chance to see a couple of pitchers. And he takes him out of the game in 4 2/3. What are you doing here, Joe? Let him pitch. What, a run John Lester in the game with a guy on base, ends up giving up a couple of runs. I did not understand that. That, to me, was mind-boggling. That's the first thing. Second thing is, this Chapman, again, it's not Chapman last night, it's Chapman the night before. Now, I know a lot of people disagree with me, including my trusty co-host here, but the reason why Chapman should not have pitched on Tuesday with a 7-2 lead, and if not that, 9-2 in the bottom of the 9th, is why he struggled so much yesterday. He had nothing left. He pitched 42 pitches on Sunday. He pitched 20-something pitches on Tuesday. Every pitch is 100 miles an hour with maximum effort, and all of a sudden he got thrown back out there again. He's going to run out of gas. And he ran out of gas last night and almost cost him a championship, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that he pitched so much there on Tuesday. And finally, I don't know whose decision it was. I was going to kill Baez for doing it, but if Joe Madden decided for whatever the reason that he wanted a safety squeeze, as Smoltzy said in the booth, on a 3-2 pitch with a man on third in the 9th inning with Baez, I mean, that is as dumb a baseball player as I've ever seen. I know he strikes out a lot, but he's not getting a bunt down in that situation. Maybe he walks. Maybe he hits a bloop. You cannot safety squeeze. I was shocked if he put that call on the board. I didn't like that either. Cubs still won. Couple of moves by the skipper.
Well, because of the moving parts, with Hayward obviously being an integral part of that coming down the line, doesn't that have to come from the dugout? Baez can't be
I didn't know that it came down from the line because I'm not watching it on TV. I'm watching the batter. I didn't know Hayward coming down the line. Did he come down the line in that play?
Well, he was.
Well, why would you say if it is, Matt?
No, it's a ridiculous decision, but I don't think there's any question that it's Joe Madden making the call on that.
2 strikes, a safety squeeze with a guy who doesn't know how to bunt. Hey, I don't trust him laying on a bunt in the 9th inning of a 6-6 playoff World Series game. That's as dumb as it gets.
And the other underlying theme, and again, you touched on it, why was he in such a hurry to get to a bullpen that just plain and simply wasn't any good? Now, I know he had a little bit more depth last night because of the starters he had to go to, but I could not, understand. You could talk about, and we did, about the Chapman decision from Game 6. The most egregious error that night was taking out Arrieta as soon as he did. You got to push these guys a little further, knowing how compromised you are back there. And then the other part is, you know what? Carl Edwards Jr. couldn't seal the deal for me in Game 5. Why in the world, with the championship on the line?
You had to go to somebody.
How about a guy named John Lackey? I got to say, you don't want to throw Arrieta out there. You don't want to test a theory to see if he could actually pitch the day after he just started. You don't want to, kind of try that out for the first time in Game 7 of the World Series. But Lackey had to be the guy there. I couldn't believe he went back.
He didn't get the out, so he had to go to somebody else. I was stunned he took Hendricks out. And he shouldn't have, I know you disagree, he shouldn't have used Chapman as much as he did in Game 6 with a 5-run lead. But that's neither here nor there. You disagree. We'll get to that maybe a little later on. Jim Rosenhaus, we're going to talk about the Indians and what this all means for that franchise. 1948, now they're the latest who's got this long run of no titles. We do Jim in a second here on High Heat.
Guys. Hey!
Oh, is this the new boyfriend?
Yes. We haven't met yet. You're the sweetest. Yes. Do you want to hold him?
Hold my baby, man.
So easy to dip, so hard to put down. Rolled chicken tacos. Tasty shredded chicken all rolled up with your choice of dips. Back at Taco Bell.
You both have a perfect driving record.
Until one of you clips a food truck.
Then your rates go through the roof. Perfect.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Welcome to Stouffer's Fit Kitchen. Prime cuts of meat, 25 grams of protein, and savory mouth-watering sides. It's the perfect balance of delicious and nutritious, making it just the right fit for you. Stouffer's Fit Kitchen meals. This is fit.
How's it going? Hi. Today we're going to be comparing the roll-formed high-strength steel bed of the Chevy Silverado to the aluminum bed of this competitor's truck. Awesome. All right, let him drop. Let's see how the aluminum bed of this truck held up.
Oh, wow. That's a good-sized puncture.
That's all the way through, for sure.
Full-on crack here. If you're aluminum now, you're gonna go, ugh.
Let's check out the Silverado steel bed.
Wow.
Yeah, a couple dents.
I'd expect more dents.
Chevy clearly held up better than the Ford.
Golden Corral 7-Day Shrimp Extravaganza just raised the stakes. Every day at dinner, enjoy new Founder Sirloin and non-stop shrimp. Plus it up on the weekends with premium shrimp and new garlic herb buttered sirloin. It's non-stop shrimp and steak, all for one low price. Only at Golden Corral.
Constipated? Trust #1 doctor recommended Dulcolax. Use Dulcolax tablets for gentle overnight relief, suppositories for relief in minutes, and stool softeners for comfortable relief of hard stools. Dulcolax, designed for dependable relief.
The Mad Dog's barking. Now you can bark back. Use #HighHeat on Twitter.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $5,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to virtually eliminate your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-507-5269. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-507-5269.
Welcome back to High Heat, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
And here we go now. Jim Rosenhaus, part of that Indian broadcast crew with Tom Hamilton. 9 years he's been in that booth, so he's seen some tough losses. Obviously, 07, he was there as well. And now this one, and he says hello. Jim, nice to talk. Christopher Russo, good to have you aboard here today. Listen, I'd like to get on the Indians. They blew a 3-1 lead, blah, blah, blah. You can't. I mean, they did a tremendous job. They had a great year. We all know that. The Cubs probably a little better, and, you know, they bounced back twice from adversity in Game 7. If I'm an Indian fan, I'm proud of the team today. Is that the sense in Cleveland or not?
You know what, Mad Dog? I think for the most part it is. I mean, there's serious disappointment around town. I mean, I was running some errands earlier this morning and stopped in a barber shop. That I know the guys, they always give me advice to pass along to Terry Francona on lineups and stuff. And those guys look like they lost their dog, man. It was tough. They were struggling today, and that's, I mean, hey, with that type of game, I think that's how it is, and it's amazing how it changed last night. From, you know, midway through, it was just, well, the Cubs were the team from spring training on that everyone thought would win it, and they're just going to cruise to a win. And once Davis hit that home run, though, everything changed, and it was on from there, wasn't it?
No, it sure was. And the Indians, Jim, I think in hindsight, they had 5 at-bats to win the title. They had the 5 at-bats after the Davis home run, and then the 3 at-bats in the 9th inning, you know, where they really had the Cubs reeling. Chapman in major trouble. They got out of that top of the 9th. And listen, you know, I'm not a huge fan of his, but I got to give him credit. Chapman there in the bottom of the 9th with after he gave up a home run, he didn't have his fastball to get to the top of the order and get out of that at 1-2-3. I think that's probably where the Indians lost their chance to win the championship. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I thought, if they can get it done before it gets to extra innings, and it just seems the more you give the Cubs at bat, the more trouble you're going to get into. The way the bats came alive for them late in the World Series. So, yeah, credit to Chapman, because you're right. Isn't it funny? You look at the velocity readings on the scoreboard, and it's still 97, 98, 99, but maybe there just wasn't quite that little late life at the end that he uses so well. But he did go to his breaking stuff, and it did seem to make a difference, and that was a nice recovery on his part.
Yeah, it sure was. All right, how about the rain delay, Jimmy? I think it stabilized the game for the Cubs. It didn't help the Indians. I think you can argue how much it helped the Cubs, but it stabilized the game. When you get hit by a right hand there, and then you can take a deep breath before you have to resume, it's going to have to help the team that got hit by the right hand. So I think that little 17-minute rain delay hurt the Indians and helped the Cubbies. Do you agree with that?
It may have. It just seemed like there was a certain pace to the game, and there was some energy there, and then that kind of stopped it, and you weren't sure when you were going to pick things back up. But, hey, Terry Francona after the game said no, that it had no impact. It was there for both teams and that type of thing. But it did seem like there was a different energy after that, and the Cubs were able to take advantage and do some good things after the rain delay. So I guess in hindsight, you could say, sure, it did help one team more than another.
And I expect Terry not to use that as an excuse, because then it takes away from the Cubs championship. That's his job. I agree. I understand where he's coming from, but I think it did hurt a little bit. All right, how about the pitching? That was a factor here, because they didn't get a good game out of Kluber, Miller. And, even Allen wasn't great. He did walk in the top of the ninth. He walked the catcher there. Who's retiring? Ross. Yeah, so from that, and then, of course, we had Allen, who wasn't great. So those four big pitchers, they just picked a bad night to have kind of off days, which I think was the big factor in this game. Jimmy, how about that for a sec?
Well, Chris, it's interesting. Going into the playoffs with down Carlos Carrasco, down Danny Salazar, I think that the thinking was they needed to get through series quickly, and they did in the ALDS against Boston and then against Toronto in the championship series. But I think the fear was if a series went long and this one went the distance, that some of that pitching depth that they don't have could start to show up. They were forced to pitch Kluber 3 times in the World Series. He obviously wasn't at his best last night. And they've used Miller so much, and even though he had some time off between his last appearance and last night, maybe it is stuff that catches up with them, because they certainly weren't as dominant as they had been in the postseason, and you just wonder if that extra workload had finally caught up to them.
It's quite possible. Jimmy, good job. Thanks for a few minutes here today. We'll keep in touch. Appreciate you coming on.
You got it, Chris. Thanks.
You got it. Jim Rosenhaus, of course, of the Indians. We're going to hear a couple of calls of game number 7. I didn't hear any of these yet, and I'll be looking forward to that with Mr. Shine. Come on back.
Step right up to the most unpredictable off-season show on television.
This is going to be wild.
Millar and Rose.
We do have a trade to talk about.
Intentional Talk, coming up next on MLB Network.
When you freeze something,
it's for later.
But how much later?
There's no way to be sure.
But Wendy's is sure that if you want a juicy, delicious hamburger right now, it should be made with fresh, never frozen beef, unlike some other guys. So that's what's in every single hamburger Wendy's serves, and the doubles and the triples. Because at Wendy's, fresh never gets old.
Shop Ashley Home Store's Black Friday mattress event for the greatest sale in history. For a limited time, get this mattress from Ashley Sleep or get 6 years no interest on Serta iComfort and Tempur-Pedic starting at just $24 a month. Plus, add a power base for just $10 a month. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Forget everything you think you know. Discover a world of possibility with one blade from Philips Norelco. The blade for beards. And be your best you. One blade from Philips Norelco. See Marvel's Doctor Strange in theaters November 4th.
We're still all living in the same
Follow me into the jungle.
Your accent is adorable.
Thank you.
Say tomato.
Tomato.
Tomato. What again?
Tomato.
Tomato. Is that right? It's the A. You know.
No, Winter. The subtle fragrance of Axe Black.
I like my turkey carved thick.
It isn't just grandmas who are passionate about turkey. So is Subway. The all-white meat in our new thick-cut autumn carved turkey sandwich has no artificial preservatives or flavors, and is topped with cheddar and cranberry mustard sauce. Only at Subway.
So, the General can insure almost any car and any driver?
We sure can.
You know, I wasn't sure about the General when I was younger.
Well, we provided low-cost auto insurance for more than 50 years.
Hey, I'm not that old.
At the General, monthly payments are low with immediate online proof of insurance.
Get your anonymous online quote with low payments and ride with the General.
For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
Every off-season move causes a chain reaction. As the deals roll out, rivals race to get stronger. However the pieces fall, MLB Tonight will cover every twist and every turn. All this off-season on MLB Network.
All right, here we go now. We got some calls. I haven't heard them. Brucey.
All right, Christopher, we are going to start with what looked like was going to be a transcendent moment. The Rajai Davis home run. We will start with our pal Matt Vasgersian. This is, of course, the international feed.
The next 2-2. Davis to left and will hit. Oh, my! It's gone! Santa Maria!
Good spot.
That's a good call.
What was his last line here?
Santa Maria.
Santa. Good job. Oh, you got another one there. Let me hear.
Yeah, your buddy Tom Hamilton, same bat channel. Rajai Davis in the 8th.
Now the pitch. Swung on, line to deep left field. It is gone! You should see the celebration out of the Indians' third base dugout. Rajai Davis, a bullet, 2-run homer down the left field line, clearing the 19-foot wall. We are tied at 6.
That's a great call, Black. Gives you chills listening to that. Give me another one. Go ahead.
Last but not least, Joe Buck here on Fox.
Driving to left. At the wall. It's gone. Tie game. Rajai Davis.
Oh, baby, that is sports. God, you love that. Excellent. All of them were good. Continue.
All right, but last and anything but least, the final call here. We will start with our buddy Dan Shulman on ESPN Radio.
Davis, a decent lead, being held on by Rizzo. And the next pitch to Martinez, a swing and a slow chopper toward third. Here comes Bryant on to first. And the Cubs have won the World Series. A moment that many thought might never happen has happened here in Cleveland. For the first time in 108 years, the Chicago Cubs are World Series champions.
Right. Very solid.
That the radio, and back to the TV side on Fox. Again, the aforementioned Joe Buck.
Here's the 0-1. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs win the World Series. Bryant makes the play. It's over. And the Cubs have finally won it all. 8-7-10.
Excellent. Finally won it all. Excellent, 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 excellent. Oh, I loved every one of them. Very, very good. Didn't hear Danny's call on a Rajai Davis home run. Maybe we'll get that.
Vasgersian was the best of that lot. That was tremendous.
Oh, it's great call. Yeah, great call. Everything was great. That was just a tremendous moment.
Great World
Series. And, you're never going to forget that. Rajai Davis made, in a lot of ways, Rajai Davis made the game memorable. And you get right down to it. Outside of the Cubs winning it, from a game perspective, he made it memorable. Good job.
You too, buddy.
Hey, nice job out of Mitch Green today. He ran the ship. And Rich Savino was watching the Knicks from last night's loss with Houston, but good to have Rich back in the shop. We will see you down the road and soon on High Heat. Enjoy.
And just like that, the 2016 baseball season is over, but not before a historic finish. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the best IT from the World Series. Yes, we got the number 355 here. No, it hadn't been 355 years since the last World Series game was played on the north side of Chicago. Kevin Millard only felt that way, and we were honored to be a part of history.
Two great cities, amazing time, amazing influence here with the fans and the energy and the generations of whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is brick, Chris. This is not padded.
Did you ever run into this thing?
Yeah, I did. It doesn't feel good, and that's why there's still a few screws loose there.
Hey, we had two great teams, a lot of personalities between the Cubs and the Indians, and let's start off with one of the best, Joe Madden. All right, here we go. We got Joe Madden live.
He's got ball back in his Gatorade cups. It's awesome.
How are you? Here, give us that mic.
Yeah, KB's taking ground balls on the set. I love it.
Yeah, I know.
It's just water.
Would you like us to remove it?
It's a ball back.
Would you like us to remove the net when we play tonight?
That'd be awesome. Yes. Yeah, by the time the game starts, please take that out. There's no room here. Look at this.
It's tight, bro.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
Right?
I was just downstairs. I love the press gathering underneath the bleachers down there in that little catacomb area. It's awesome. When you go to the Vatican, it's kind of like going to the Vatican, which Wrigley's kind of like.
Which is like your home clubhouse, by the way. Yeah. That's like the Vatican.
That's the circular rotunda. Absolutely, it's very cool.
So when you woke up today, being the baseball historian that you are, when you woke up, were you thinking to yourself, I can't believe I get to manage a World Series game at Wrigley Field?
I talked to my wife about it, and I said we have to really appreciate the magnitude of this situation. 45 the last time it occurred. Right. Last time it had been won is over 100 years ago. It's not lost on me, believe me. But by the same token, I want to enjoy every second of it too. I don't want it to go by too quickly.
Right.
You know, you want to go out there, get on the line, really watch everybody up in the stands, and then get ready to play the game. It's a Friday. Play our Friday game. I know it's a World Series, but try to play our same game. And I think our guys mentally will be in that place where they're able to slow things down.
Bussy, your strength coach, one of our favorite people in the world. I asked Kyle Schwarber yesterday, I said, if you guys win the World Series, I'm going to need you to wear the thong. I'm going to ask you the same question. If you win the World Series, Speedo on the right is Bussy.
Yes.
Would you wear it for me, please?
Would I?
Yes, in the clubhouse.
Oh, my God. Could I take that?
That's
under advisement consideration.
That's right. Wait, you can do that. You can do that.
Let me do some sit-ups between now and then.
All right, Joe, we understand, because you always have great stories. A little birdie told us that back in 8th grade, you may or may not have had a ruler broken over your body. Is that accurate?
It's accurate.
What happened?
Sister Maria Goretti. Well, it was in the wintertime, and it was snowy outside, so we had to do lunch inside, downstairs in our school. And Sister Maria Goretti wanted the boys to dance with the girls. And she kept playing over Lulu's to Sir with Love, like over and over again. So we refused to dance. So we had to stay after school. We stayed after school for at least a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour. Finally, I said to the other guys, okay, boys, let's dance. So we had to dance with each other. The guys did. And the next day, she had us all lined up in front of the room, whack, whack, whack. And I told Jerry Palermo standing next to me, watch this. So I tied him up, hit me with the ruler in the crack right there in front of everybody. Great memory. It was like yesterday. Sister Maria Goretti's no longer with us, but I'll always have that memory.
Awesome, dude. I want to get into your road trips. We know the themes of the road trips. Who is it? Is it all you? Is it a couple veterans? Is it the staff? Is it Bussy? Is it Peter Chase? These are amazing.
Honestly, a lot of that, I hate to say, is my stuff.
God,
you know, it started when I was with the Rays. I've always been poking fun at dress codes, which I totally don't believe in.
Yeah.
I don't understand why anybody today thinks that having your group dress in a certain way would elicit greater discipline from them. I would prefer that they run hard to first base, hit the cutoff man, know where to be on a bunt defense. But if all it came down to is dressing better, nobody would ever lose. I mean, you just have this incredibly high budget. So I've never believed in that. So I'm poking fun, but at the same time, it's a moment where you could have guys take chances a little bit, get outside of their comfort zone, walk into a hotel in New York, dress like a cowboy.
Yes.
It's all of that. And then when they get out here, I don't want them to have any of those layers of defensiveness. Just go be yourself. Just go play.
Well, you know, it's not just whatever garb you're going to wear on a road trip. You know, we do the zoo animals. We've had that. We had a mime at spring training.
Very good.
We had Kawasaki do his thing, you know, with the karaoke. Who's the guy on your team that seemed to enjoy all that stuff the most?
Well, last year when I got here, there's the mime. Last year when I got here, Kawasaki's so good.
Right.
He's outstanding. There's the guy who should wear the Speedo.
I'm telling you, we need him with the Speedo.
What was we talking about there?
Who enjoys this stuff the most?
Well, last year in the dugout, early part of the season, Travis Wood comes up to me and says, when are we going to do one of these, like, theme trips? Because I had done it.
Right.
So the moment he said that, I said, I got to get back on it. So Travis motivated me last year. They all enjoy it. They all enjoy it. There's nobody that doesn't enjoy it. And right now, they look forward to it. I backed off a little bit this year, but for the most part, not any one of them does not enjoy it.
Yeah. So you ride to the ballpark in a real interesting car that I understand could be under new ownership soon, and it's all for a good cause.
Yeah.
Can you explain to us?
Yeah, it's a brand new Jeep Rubicon. It's all tricked out in Cubs colors. Underneath on top, of the driver's side and the passenger side of like a mural, a Cub mural painted up there. The seats are rolling seats. The stick shift is a baseball bat. So we're raffling it off, $100 a chance. The money goes to Misericordia. It's a local group, Sister Rosemary, that helps promote young adults with learning disabilities. So all the money's being channeled into there. Right now, I know we're over $100,000, and the more tickets we can sell between now, we're going to raffle it off when the season's over. The raffle rules themselves prevented us from selling more, because you actually have to go somewhere and buy a ticket.
That's really a great scene that you guys are doing. I do want to tell you this, though. Your love for wine has been well documented. And I want to know, see or know, that your Spanish gets much better 100% time.
Oh, sí, señor.
Sí,
yo hablo en español mucho mejor cuando yo bebiendo mucho vino.
See?
And I love Spanish wine on top of that. Ribera del Duero region of Spain, my favorite region of Spain.
Is it expensive or cheaper?
No. They're you could get expensive, like Pingus, Pingus, outstanding wine from that region.
How much in Spanish? How much?
Oh, well, you could get up to $1,000 a bottle. $125 for Pingus de Flor is like $100, $125. But then you go down, like Emilio Moro, tremendous, like for $25-30. Tremendous.
25, 30.
Sí.
Can I expense this on MLB Network if I buy it on this?
Gringo, maybe cheapy. No.
Whenever in doubt, write it off to ice also, because ice melts.
That's good. All right, let's take you back to your college days out there at Lafayette. A lot of people don't know you were actually Whoa. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I just got it cut right there.
Yeah, that was a haircut right there. He took up 6 inches.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh, that is so good. All right, what do we have next here? Oh, nice.
Base at the left, I believe.
Swing. Yep,
yeah, look at nice finish right there. Look at the backside coming through, head on the ball. That's pretty good.
What position were you?
Catcher.
Yeah.
That's Artie Pichetti there. Arthur's
That's Chris Rose. You use a manager behind you. Look at that.
Okay, funny guy. What else? We have you as a football player. So you played in the Lafayette Lehigh game,
yes.
right?
Oh, yeah. That's right there. Yeah, that was my freshman year. I had a really nice game. That was my last game. Like 4 touchdown passes, 13 in a row. Beat Lehigh at Saucon Valley my freshman year. And I remember retired, driving home in my Volvo, just dreading that my dad was going to kill me because I didn't want to play anymore.
Oh, man. All right, before we let you go, you got to play a game with us. It's called IT Superlatives, okay?
Okay.
And
it or...
yeah, well, IT. I guess we'll go with that. All right, so which player is most likely to manage against you in the future that is currently in your dugout?
Which player? David Ross, I say, among the group. I'd say, Mickey Montero... He's farther away from retiring. I'd say David.
Okay.
No doubt. Yeah.
Which player would be most likely to ask you for a loan 5 years from now?
Which player?
Yeah.
Justin Grimm. Grimm was going to come after me a couple years from now. No doubt.
Love it.
He boogies hard.
That's right.
All right. Which player is most likely to let themselves go after the playing career?
Wow. That's a really good one. I'm going to go down to bullpen, because bullpen guys have a tendency to do that. Yeah, they do. They just do. Let's see, in a bullpen, real quickly, Travis Wood.
Wood,
When he's going to sit on that porch.
That deer blind.
When he's done playing, man, he'll sit on that porch, drink whatever he drinks, and he's just going to shoot things. That's all he's going to do.
Love it. Most likely to spend multi-days shirtless if the Cubs win it all.
Chad Noble. You saw him in the Speedo the other night.
Dude, he's a good-looking man, too.
He should do that. He absolutely should.
Right.
He should advertise a little bit. But he's going to end up as one of the Chippendales this offseason. I'm trying to get him a contract with Shinesty, the group that makes those shorts.
Love it.
So if you're listening out there, you got to bring on Chad for your catalog.
I'm an XL also.
Yeah, very good. We have some inside. I'll get you a pair. We got you.
Love it.
Okay.
Boy, it's shocking. You mooched off of somebody else.
I'm wearing them tomorrow.
It starts with Lackey and Lester. Now you've worked your way to Madden. What's the matter with you? Last one. Player most likely to parlay a World Series title into a television career like somebody up here.
Who do we got? Player among our players.
Rizzo.
Yeah, I was just going to say Anthony Rizzo. Anthony Rizzo, yeah. I think Rizzo's got that within his abilities. Also, Dexter Fowler. I mean, Dexter really, he's got the look, too. You know, he's got the look. Nobody looks better in a uniform. Him and Jason, they both look great in a uniform. But I'm saying Dexter.
Okay.
Dexter's got that gregarious personality to pull it off.
Love it. Hey, we know you're busy, and we appreciate
Not at all. I've got my work done. I've done everything inside. Just about playing the game tonight, man. The players play. I just watch.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the mindless activity the last 11 minutes.
I love mindless activities. And I'll tell you what, a week from now in that RV, I'm going to be totally mindless.
Can you come swing by Austin, please, on the way back to Cali?
When we come out for spring training next year, because we're going to have to drive across. I've never been to Austin.
You got to stop.
I want to be in Austin, so on the way to spring training next year, we'll do it.
Glass of wine, we're done.
You know, Lackey's his neighbor. Arietta's building a place.
Yeah, I got half your Cubs with me.
I played with so many guys from UT back in the day. Everybody talks about Austin. I've never seen it.
Yeah, and we got 2 of your players. We'll check out. I'll keep them thin. I won't let them get fat.
They won't get fat.
Yeah, Arietta, I'm sure he won't.
Jake doesn't eat.
Joe, great seeing you, man.
Time to take your shirt off. Terry Francona is next as the best of IT at the World Series continues.
Intentional Talk is presented by Bacardi. Live passionately, drink responsibly.
After dark we come. The brave shirts and the still in work shirts, united against all dress codes. The glow gals, illuminated by 1,000 likes. The lords of the playlist. The careless dancers. The coat check skippers. The midnight feasters. And the last train sprinters. We are the night.
Wouldn't you rather have a big DQ chicken strip basket instead of those little nuggets?
Wow, that's a big meal.
You got a big appetite.
Hey, I'm a big man.
You are big.
I'm big enough to lift this man.
You don't have to do that.
Yes, we do.
Go big with the DQ chicken strip basket. Now just $4.99.
Your accent is adorable.
Thank you.
Say tomato.
Tomato.
Tomato. What again?
Tomato.
Tomato. Is that right? It's the A.
No, Winter. Shh. The subtle fragrance of Axe Black.
Constipated? Trust #1 doctor-recommended Dulcolax. Use Dulcolax tablets for gentle overnight relief, suppositories for relief in minutes, and stool softeners for comfortable relief of hard stools. Dulcolax, designed for dependable relief.
Forget everything you think you know. Discover a world of possibility with one blade from Philips Norelco. The blade for beards. And be your best you. One blade from Philips Norelco. See Marvel's Doctor Strange in theaters November 4th.
Intentional Talk wants to hear from you. Hit us on Twitter and join the conversation.
NBA League Pass. Your courtside seats of the action from around the league.
Curry deep three.
See it happen live. Catch the games on your TV and computer. Stream them on your devices with the new NBA app. Watch live games from wherever you are.
You don't like that. You don't like NBA basketball.
Every NBA night is a can't-miss night. To order NBA League Pass today, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit directtv.com/NBA.
You're here to buy a car. What would help is simply being able to recognize a fair price. TrueCar has pricing data on every make and model. So all you have to do is search for the car you want. There it is. Now you're an expert in less than a minute. This is TrueCar.
Attention sleep apnea sufferers. If you use CPAP therapy and have private insurance or a Medicare replacement plan, Americare CPAP may be able to help you get your CPAP supplies at little or no cost to you and free shipping.
Call 800-997-9210.
Hey! Golly! Did you get that, Cape? Security!
Did you really just pop him?
Security! That's a big oblique you just hit. I got big obliques. You know that. You and I are very similar with our shirts off.
Hi. Stop it. Don't do that.
Don't, man. Don't.
Talk to me real quick.
There's probably 10 people watching. Don't.
Hey, that's my mom and uncle. Let me ask you a question now. You're a swimmer all of a sudden. Are you swimming because of why? Do you float? Do you swim or you try and get in shape?
When you have a temple, you try to take care of it. No, you know what? Hey, it kind of keeps me, I mean, as you know, no, it's not for that. My body's beat up. It's hard for me to, when I get out of bed this morning, or every morning, it's hard.
Where do you swim?
When I swim, we got a little Swimex in here.
Oh.
I jump in there for an hour, and I feel better for the whole day.
And you're swimming against the current.
Yeah, you turn the current up a little bit. And then on the road, I find pools everywhere. Like, I'm pretty serious about it.
Do you wear your shirt? Do you wear your shirt when you go on the road so people don't see?
No, let me stand. My legs hurt.
Get loose circulation with hammies.
No, I just try to find a place. You know, you've been through the league so much that I know where to go, and I get in and swim for an hour, and my whole day's better.
Yeah.
Hey, is it true that Millard texted you to see if you guys could have a sleepover this week?
You know what? That wasn't. How would you like to? I was in my office doing the lineup, and my phone buzzes, and I look, and Sean Casey is pulling a beer out of my refrigerator. And then I see him walking into my bedroom. I'm like, man, this isn't good. You know, nothing good can come of this.
You're so lucky it was Sean, by the way, because he left his sliders on. I'm going full birthday
full commando?
suit. Yeah, I'm going full birthday suit if I was jumping your seats.
That's kind of what I meant.
Okay, it's not possible that when you weren't able to sleep the other night that you ordered $44 worth of ice cream.
I actually did. It is possible. I mean, for one, hotels are expensive.
That's true.
That's true.
But it was the brownie sundae, and I didn't intend to eat it all. I really didn't. But I wanted the brownie sundae, and I wanted some chocolate, and I really wanted strawberry. They didn't have it. So I got the vanilla with hot fudge sauce.
Yep.
I got 2 orders each. And then I got the berries to be healthy.
The berries.
But they were real expensive.
That
and then
plays for the tie.
Then I got Diet Coke.
See, you always, you got to order the Diet Coke. That's Rose. Fried cheese, fried French fries, and I'll take the Diet Coke.
And then at the end, I had 2 little scoops of chocolate left. And I looked at it, and I'm like, you're not going to beat me.
And you crushed it.
And I did. But I'll tell you what, my room was not a good place to be for the next couple hours.
So Pierre's Ice Cream, which I believe is born and raised here in Cleveland, they sent you a nice little care package?
They did. They sent, I think, like a lot of ice cream. But believe me, I mean, and it was a very nice gesture, but I gave it to the guys in the food room and said, hey, let the players have it. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm lactose intolerant or just a pig, but it didn't make me feel good.
I had the same problem. He always thought when the big popsicle thing came out, you ate 70. I go, bro, that's real. I do the same thing at night. I watch the games, and I'm a crusher.
You know what? I don't eat during the day. I mean, I don't eat. Like, I'll either forget, and I don't eat, and then, like, in about the 3rd inning, I'm like, you know, I'm going to have a salad tonight. By the 7th inning, all I can think about is having grease, and a lot of it.
Perfect. How's your tooth doing? You know,
it's in at the moment. It's intact.
Okay. We were worried about you in Toronto.
It's aggravating.
Did you have Lindor look at it? Because he told us he wanted to be a dentist when he was growing up.
No, I tried not to let anybody look at it, but because it's embarrassing. But
it happens. It was a tooth.
I know, but we finally get to play in front of like a national TV, and I'm going to have 1 tooth missing. That's.
Hey, listen, Michael Strahan's made a pretty good career out of it.
I'm not Michael Strahan.
That's a great point. Can I ask you one baseball question?
Yeah.
Your team right now, 2016 Indians, you said have the best chemistry of any club that you've been around, and that, you know, in 2004 we felt that same thing. What makes this team click and go and just get along?
Well, and I don't know that I said that exactly, but I said this team has been so special.
Yeah.
Like that 04 team, there was so many personalities, but when the game started, it's time to play.
Right.
This team has been, we're not as talented as that 04 team.
Right.
I'm not saying that being critical. We're young in some areas, shoot. But man, they show up, and if you get punched in the stomach, they come right back.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, they keep playing. And it's been fun for me, because whatever's happened, nobody's whined about it. They're just like, okay, well, let's figure it out.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's made for a really fun year for me.
Are you still waiting from that return text from Cavs coach Tyronn Lue?
No, we had a little bit of a mix-up on the
numbers.
Yeah,
I'm not sure he knew who Tito was.
He was thinking Tito's vodka
like,
for a
I don't
second. That
need
was
that.
really good.
Yeah.
That's it.
Coming up, two of the best relievers of all time, Mariano Rivera and Trevor Hoffman, as the best of IT at the World Series continues.
Tonight's been great.
Yeah.
You look amazing. Take after your mom. She's hot.
Know when to shh the subtle fragrance of Axe Black.
Welcome to Stouffer's Fit Kitchen. Prime cuts of meat, 25 grams of protein, and savory mouth-watering sides. It's the perfect balance of delicious and nutritious, making it just the right fit for you. Stouffer's Fit Kitchen meals. This is fit.
David, you have one of the worst cavities I have ever seen. Okay, have a good day.
Aren't you gonna fix it?
Well, I'm not a dentist. I'm a dental monitor. I just tell you when you have a bad cavity.
It's bad. Lunch?
Oh, yes.
Where are you going?
Why monitor a problem if you don't fix it? That's why free credit monitoring isn't enough to protect you. At LifeLock, we not only alert you to identity threats. If you have a problem, we'll spend up to $1 million on lawyers and experts who'll work to fix it. LifeLock. Try 60 days risk-free using promo code CAVITY.
Shop Ashley Home Store's Black Friday mattress event for the greatest sale in history. For a limited time, get this mattress from Ashley Sleep or get 6 years no interest on Serta iComfort and Tempur-Pedic starting at just $24 a month. Plus, add a power base for just $10 a month. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
When you freeze something,
it's for later.
But how much later?
There's no way to be sure.
But Wendy's is sure that if you want a juicy, delicious hamburger right now, it should be made with fresh, never frozen beef, unlike some other guys. So that's what's in every single hamburger Wendy's serves, and the doubles and the triples. Because at Wendy's, fresh never gets old.
This is Lynchburg, Tennessee. This is how many people were born here. This is how many are named Hiawatha Kitty McGee. This guy keeps the town dry. These guys would prefer it a little wet. This many are proud of what we make here. This is how many will go around bragging about it. This is our town. For 150 years, the home of Jack Daniels. If you can't get here, just look for one of our postcards. They look like this.
Forget everything you think you know. Discover a world of possibility with one blade from Philips Norelco. The blade for beards. And be your best you. One blade from Philips Norelco. See Marvel's Doctor Strange in theaters November 4th.
This is Chris Bryant. And this is Anthony Rizzo. As the muscle of the Chicago Cubs lineup, they've decided to go into business. The souvenir business.
Brizzo Souvenir Company, please hold.
We founded Brizzo Souvenir Company to get you the home run balls you deserve.
Help me help you get some baseballs.
It's a good deal, Joe.
Yeah, have you seen us play? We authenticate them with our bats.
9-ounce balls. Take it or leave it. Deal. Woo! Another one.
We put the ding in dinger.
They only have 1,253 combined saves between Mariano Rivera, Trevor Hoffman. It is good to see you guys. However, you're making us feel terribly about ourselves because these guys are in playing shape and we look like this. Thank you.
No, you guys look fabulous. You really do.
They're really rich, Rose. Let's get straight, okay? We're working. They're rich and retired. You can tell.
You look the same.
No, I'm not, man. I have less hair.
You have less hair. Yeah.
Hey, tell Smoltz. Tell Smoltz to let it go.
I know.
He keeps trying to keep it.
He's keeping it. He's trying to keep it.
You probably say, let him out. I'm going.
All right, you guys are not just here to chat it up with us on Intentional Talk. You're here for your involvement in the MLB Reliever of the Year Award in conjunction with Hartford. So tell us a little bit about it, Trevor. What do you got going?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty exciting, obviously, to have my name attached to the National League Reliever of the Year Award. Kenley Jansen's a winner this year. Dominant performance on the field. Half the number of innings pitched with hits and over 110 punch-outs on the year. Just fabulous. But to have Hartford attached to it and what they stand for as far as prepare, protect, and prevail, these guys in Zach and American League certainly epitomize that.
And Mo, for you?
Oh, my God. I'm excited. You know, I'm happy to be here, and first of all, in this ambient. You know, I mean, but the most important thing is come here to present the American League Reliever of the Year award. That goes to Zach. Can you believe this boy was throwing over 40 appearances without giving up any run?
No.
I mean, amazing. I mean, amazing. These boys, especially these youngsters now, they throwing 100 miles per hour. I mean, come out of the bullpen just throwing guys. And it's amazing. Now they're cutting the ball, they're throwing a buzz bunny. I mean, combined.
Yeah.
You know, that's incredible. That's something that I had to tip my hat to these guys because it's amazing, though. And the Hartford has done a tremendous job with us keeping up here. You know, him and I together.
That's right. You guys stay together. That was awesome. Let me ask you a quick question, a baseball question. The way that now Manders you've seen Andrew Miller kind of come in when Terry Francona, beginning of the postseason, 5th inning. Let's start with you. Would you been okay to come in the 5th or 6th inning?
Absolutely. Well, he did it. He did it when he was in the postseason. So I mean, he was starting in the 7th inning and closing games
you're right.
out. He was old school.
Yeah.
But you know, you're seeing the managers here feel a sense of urgency. You know, when they feel an opportunity to bring these guys in, they're not waiting around. And to be able to get through the series early allowed the guys to save some bullets, and it's been remarkable to see what these guys have done.
Yeah.
Well, if Joe Torre calls down like, hey Mo, I need you for the last out in the 5th.
It's not tomorrow. It's not tomorrow, guys.
Right.
I mean, that's the most beautiful part of the game. It's not tomorrow, especially at this time.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to give everything that you have. You have to empty the tank.
Yeah.
All right, so you just got another honor up there at Yankee Stadium with your plaque, Monument Park. When that happens and it gets unveiled, what are the emotions that run through your body?
You know, you're thinking about, I mean, I'm a guy that always was around Monument Park, you know, and when you're talking about Babe Ruth and Luke Gehrig and Mickey Mantle and Joe DiMaggio and all those great players, and my name or my plaque is around them, you know, it's amazing. You know, I mean, it's humbling knowing that what you did for the game, or the blessing that I have to play the game the right way and enjoy and be there with those type of names. I only have to say thank God for that.
Yeah, no doubt. Did you thank God when Trevor Hoffman gave you a bike when you were in San Diego? And we have it right here. I want you to be honest with me. 2013, you got a bike from Trevor and the boys. Mo, do you still have this bike, and do you ride this bike?
I still have that, and tell you what, though, that will go. I'm trying to do something special in the house, put like a little museum, and that baby will be there.
That baby's there.
Oh, yes.
Sweet bike.
Bo, what are the odds that you could fit David Wells on the back seat of that bike?
I don't know about that, though, David. I get David. Come on, buddy.
Boomer's looking good these days.
He is, though. Boomer
looking good.
He looks better now than when he plays.
Yes, he's looking good, yes.
Man, but he still failed.
Come on, Chris.
It's all right. He's looking better than the two of us, I can tell you that. Hey, Trevor, so you were helping out Great Britain for the World Baseball Classic. How is your British accent?
Hey, not bad, mate. Have a cup of tea.
Wait a second. Hold on. It wasn't Team Australia. It's Team Great Britain.
Sorry. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. A lot of good young ball players from the Bahamians. You know, they were fast. They could hit a little bit, pick it. I was really impressed.
Oh, I want to show you the rookie card. Your outfit. Let's talk about that a little bit, because this is back in the day with Mo.
Oh, yeah.
He looking like a dad now. Then, now he's looking good. What happened, Mo? Talk to me.
Well, I mean, back then, you know, I mean, I had to run a lot, and it wasn't that much green on my pocket, so I mean, I had to do whatever I had to do to keep the figure, I guess.
Hey, Trevor, don't laugh too hard.
I know. I can only imagine.
Yeah, you know what's coming.
This
It's nice that you have officially now become a sponsor of Accutane, because back then it was a little pimply. What happened?
I was a young buck, Rose. What do you expect, man? Sorry. Tough to make the teal look good, isn't it?
Oh, man. All right. Listen, Mo, I don't know how much you have watched this show, but my man still talks about how he walked in 2004 and all that sort of stuff and blah, blah, blah. Got a great television career out of it. We went back and looked at the pitch-by-pitch of the at-bat. We actually thought you got a little squeezed with Kevin. So let's see here. So there's the first pitch, and of course we got the K-zone, so that probably could have been a strike. And this definitely was a strike. There you go, Millar. So we got 1-1 on the count. Oh, see, now the K-zone's getting a little bit bigger. See, that's a strike too, right? And then what? See, that's a strike.
And he didn't swing.
Right?
He didn't call a strike either.
What? Did you think you were getting squeezed on that at bat?
Big time. Definitely big time, Chris. You know, and I should talk to this guy again.
Can I just say thank you? Because without that walk, I'm working for Trevor at the beach house, keeping the sand off his balcony.
We got some seaweed we need to take care of.
All right, so you didn't see Trevor Hoffman as frequently throughout your career. You know, you were in the National League the first part of your time. Let's see how we do here. What were you expecting, Millar?
I'm probably sitting on the changeup. Yeah.
Oh, my.
There's one. Yep. You know how you're always 0-2? You guys take that in at home? 0-2. Where's the box now? I thought that was a ball. Where's the box now?
Where's the box?
Right.
Where's that K zone?
It's officially 1 for 4 with what, a double or something? Little damage.
A lot of strikeouts, 3 strikeouts. It wasn't fair. How do you hold your fight? By the way, how do you hold that? What was that?
It was a palm ball. Really just wrapped it around the whole hand and anchored it with my thumb. I want to know more about the cutter.
And the cutter, real quick. What's the cutter?
It was simple. Forcing cutter, forcing fastball.
And you're throwing a normal in this cut.
Normal, and that thing was moving.
And see that, kids? And you can be rich and famous like these guys.
And the best ever.
Palm ball on a cutter.
Simple.
Mariano Rivera, Trevor Hoffman, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for continue the good work with Hartford.
Thank you, guys.
Good seeing you.
Who will Kevin embarrass next? Probably himself. Coming up on the Best of IT at the World Series.
At Golden Corral, your hard-earned dollar goes a lot further.
So you have the right to get more for less.
Introducing Golden Corral's 7-Day Shrimp Extravaganza featuring 7 premium shrimp dishes. Live it up on the weekend with new garlic parmesan shrimp skewers, premium butterfly shrimp, mountains of peel and eat shrimp, and Southwest grilled shrimp. Dinner's an incredible value, only $13.99. During the week, enjoy shrimp Creole, zesty shrimp tacos, and more, just $11.99. Other restaurants can't come close to the 7-Day Shrimp Extravaganza. It's always endless and only at Golden Corral.
Constipated? Trust #1 doctor-recommended Dulcolax. Use Dulcolax tablets for gentle overnight relief, suppositories for relief in minutes, and stool softeners for comfortable relief of hard stools. Dulcolax, designed for dependable relief.
To take the mound.
Well, hello there. It's been a long, long time. How am I doing?
He's taking a big lead. He's playing with the pitch. He's playing.
Oh, I guess that I'm doing fine.
How fly? He's going for it. He's going for it. Whoa!
It's been so long
Come on,
now.
right down the middle. Come on, we got this.
But it seems now it was only yesterday.
Way back! Might be out of here!
Gee, ain't it funny how time slips away?
Holy cow! The Cubs win!
Your accent is adorable.
Thank you.
Say tomato.
Tomato.
Tomato. What again?
Tomato.
Tomato. Is that right? It's the A. You know.
No winter. The subtle fragrance of Axe Black.
Hey guys. Hey. Oh, is this the new boyfriend? Yes. We haven't met yet. You're the sweetest. Yes. Do you want to hold him?
Hold my baby, man.
So easy to dip, so hard to put down. Rolled chicken tacos. Tasty shredded chicken all rolled up with your choice of dips. Back at Taco Bell.
It's a brand new offseason on MLB Network with an all-star lineup, including baseball's only offseason TV morning show. We live baseball 24/7, 365 on MLB Network.
Now it's time to go back in time.
Schwarber waiting for the 3-0, and here it comes. Kyle swings and lines a base hit into right center. Rizzo around third, heading home. The throw goes to third base. Rizzo scores. Zobrist safe at third. RBI single. Kyle Schwarber. Cubs lead 2-0.
We just went back in time.
All right, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We're going to have a whole lot of fun during this, but we have to deal with the news at hand, which is that you will not be starting in the outfield for games 3, 4, and 5. When they told you it wasn't going to be a possibility, were you crushed a little bit?
No, not at all. It was a long shot at best. It's a long shot for me to even be here at best. So
I'm blessed to be here, taking it a day at a time. I'm glad that the boys, we're here right now. We're living the dream. Keep riding the wave till it ends.
Yeah, is it when you go into a conversation like that, though, because for people that haven't been injured, but you're talking with the doctor, right? Obviously, player wants to say, I'm good, doc, I could click it, but then is it kind of doc's decision saying, listen, Kyle, this is it?
No, I mean, the player's a player, man. It's your leg.
Right.
But, you want to take in the advice as much as you can. You want to take in all these different opinions. And, I mean, if I can't help the team out there, then I'm not going to help the team. I mean, if I can get in there in a pinch hit situation and try to get in a big spot, I'm going to try to do that.
Yeah. Is it a question, though, of not helping the team or putting yourself at more risk?
I mean, I would probably say a mix of both, but mostly helping the team. My goal is about winning, man. I want to win all the way. I want to go all the way and win this thing. And, if I'm out there and, there's a ball down the line, I got to jog to it, and these guys are running all over the place, what are you going to do?
No, you're right. At what point during the whole rehab process were you thinking, dude, if they get there, I'm going to be suiting up?
A week ago.
Yeah. Seriously? That was it?
Yeah, a week ago. Game 3. I was so I went down to my annual doctor's trip. We set up for right between the travel day going to L.A. and the CS. And I went down there and I saw the doctor. I was messing around because he typed up questions for me. And I asked the doctor, and at the end of it, I put World Series with a question mark. Just to mess around.
Right.
So I go see him. He starts checking my leg and all that stuff, doing it, pushing all over the place. Like, you're pretty strong. He's like, I'm not going to hold you back. I'm like, I'm ready to go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let me try.
Dude. So wait, did you break the news to a lot of your teammates that you were back?
No. There's still a lot. There was that process. I had to go to Arizona and see the Fall League guys. But I mean, like deep down inside me, like if you're a competitor, right? You're a competitor. If you get told that you can try to do something and you don't try it, how bad would that kill you deep down inside?
Right.
So I was like, all right, let's go do this. I'm going to go try it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. If it does, it does. And, fortunately it worked out for me. And, we're here sitting at a split series.
Last baseball question, though, because Rose and I just talked about this before you came up here, and everybody is shocked. Oh, my God. I said, bro, he rakes. I don't know why I'm not that shocked, because I love me some Kyle. I loved you before the little sample size I've seen you. I was watching you play AA ball with Theo up there in his suite. We got a big league game out there, and he's watching you. I'm like, he rakes. Love this kid, right? So I loved you before I even met you. How many at-bats? Explain to him, how many at-bats really? Because when you hit, it takes to be locked in on 95 miles an hour. Like, does it take us in camp, let's say, or whatever?
I mean, it takes a lot. I mean, I remember when I was in camp that I still didn't feel comfortable when it came out to game 1 of the regular season. I was still trying to grind a little bit, trying to figure it out. But
so you surprised yourself with your performance in games 1 and 2 a little bit.
I mean,
Yep.
Were you listen?
I heard him.
But I'm telling you, this is the spot that we live for.
I know.
The adrenaline's rolling. Crazy things are going to happen.
It's
Baseball's
awesome.
a crazy game.
Yeah, it's awesome. So you grew up in Middletown, Ohio, which is not that far from Cincinnati. So were you a Reds guy?
That was, yeah.
Yeah, you weren't at all an Indians, because there's a few of them down there.
No.
But you don't have to give me that face, dude.
I know you're a big Indians fan.
It's okay, but don't get mad at me.
I'm not mad at you for it. I'm not mad at you for it.
Like Rizzo the other day, I went over to say hi to him, right? And Brian he didn't care. Rizzo's like, so you're rooting for the Indians? I'm like, yeah, I am. Like, what do you want me to change my allegiance here? Right? That's not fair, right? I got it. So what about the little champagne shower you had out there in the Arizona Fall League?
That was a little surprise to me. Cool. We were playing in the Fall League game, and we had the game on the iPad on the bench, so we're watching all over the place, and we're leaving the game. We already saw the boys clinch. We're coming in. They're talking about icing down, so then I walked through the doors, and then all of a sudden I got all these champagne bottles flying all over the place. It was great. Loved it.
Dude, that's awesome. So if you win the whole thing, can I ask you a question, or will you go on record saying that you will wear Bussey's little thong, little underwear that he's been wearing? That, they're pro. This thing right here. He's on the right now.
You missed this.
We know that body from anywhere.
I saw it on social media. I mean, I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it for the boys, man. If we go all the way, I'll do anything.
And by the way, for those at home, that's the strength coach for Chicago Cubs. That's why we love us some Bussy right there. He's as pros as gets.
Exactly.
By the way, you don't have to borrow Bussy's. You can go get your own. I wouldn't want to put his on.
Hey, he would fit Bussy's.
Yeah, right.
Maybe in 5th grade, Chris, he would have fit in Bussy's. You know what I'm saying? Too soon? Too soon, Bussy?
All right.
Love you, Bussy.
All right, so you were a multi-sport star back there at Middletown High. How good a linebacker? Give me the scouting report.
Oh, man. I don't know. I was average.
Average? Not buying it.
I was average. I mean, I had some offers to go play some college football, but
where?
Some MAC schools.
Yes.
A couple Big East. But, you know.
Oh, go! Go, big fella! Go, big fella!
He's running me down. Yeah, I mean, I'm not that fast. But, no, I enjoyed football a lot, man. It was great. And, you know, it teaches you a lot as a, you know, for character purposes. You know, when you're facing adversity, you're playing in the cold, everything, you feel like crap, and you got to keep going. But, man, those were the days, man. Friday nights, whenever you strapped it on, man.
Is there any practices stink? Practices stink. Running stinks. Conditioning. But how about Friday Night Lights? That's why we do it.
It's the best, man. I hated practice, but I love playing.
Yes. I got a great picture, though. One of my favorite. You getting juked by Braxton Miller right here.
He shook me from about 5 yards.
Just a quick one. It was just a quick one, though.
Hey, I run him out of bounds, I think, there. But there was one later in the game, I think he shook me from 10 yards. I'm breaking down, and he did a little shimmy shake, and I just went face down.
He actually posted on social media that picture, and he said this is the reason the guy's playing in the World Series and not on Sundays.
Yeah, I'd rather take that. Than,
that's right. That's right.
Don't worry, you're not alone, by the way. He's got a long list of guys he did that to. I want to talk about a different kind of performance, not a Friday Night Lights performance, but you know what we're getting at.
Uh-oh. How'd you know we were going there?
This is like Oz from American Pie. You know, he was the big lacrosse star. So give us the background.
I mean, my group of friends in high school, we were all athletes, and we had our friends that we ran around with. One of our friends that was a girl, her mom was the show choir director, and you know, there was a bunch of athletes that did it before us, so we were like, why not? It looks fun, looks great. And
what was the performance there?
Oh man, I don't even remember. I don't remember half the stuff we did.
Because he played linebacker, that's why.
But that was some fun stuff, man.
Yeah.
It teaches you some things. It gets you a little light on your feet.
Get you going.
Get you going, right?
I like it. You have to have the artistic side as well as the athletic side and the academic side. Everything.
Exactly.
Right?
You know, and
He's
you
a
get
combination
to show
of
off the
everything.
voice a little bit too.
That's right.
Can you sing?
No.
No, he's a
Give
dancer.
Give me a part. I'll sing the part. But if you ask me to solo it out, you'll be like, save it.
No good.
Do you remember this in spring training, hitting bombs after bombs after bombs, and then breaking this man's windshield? I mean, you got to remember that now.
Yeah.
This poor little guy.
Yeah.
He's parking in the wrong spot, though, 520 feet away. Did you? Because he didn't park at second base.
That is
you signed
awesome.
it. Did you fix it?
Yeah. We I
sent Lester and Lackey?
No, exactly right. But I sent out a tweet. I was like, "Man, can we get someone to fix this windshield safe light?" And they responded right back and got it taken care of.
Dude, that's so
it was
awesome.
great. It's pro.
All right, brother. I got some rapid fire. Then I'll let you go inside with the boys and get with Bussy and get in a little thong or something. All right. Since you grew up in Ohio, LeBron or Jordan? Ooh, that's a tough one.
Man. I mean, I'm sticking with Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan's still the best, man.
He's OG 2-3. You're right.
Still the best, I think.
Ask Dexter Fowler. He's wearing his shoes out there. LeBron don't have any.
No respect to
baseball spikes out
LeBron.
there. Yeah. Look at LaRose. He's mad at you. Last time you got punched in the face?
Oh, man. Probably high school football.
High school football.
Yeah, high school football.
Little brawl?
A little brawl. Guy got me in the cojones, and I gave it to him. We got into it a little bit. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got into it a little bit.
All
right. Where am I at here? Lester's bank account, Arietta's body, or Lackey's teeth. You can have one of those.
Lester's bank account.
Take the $151 million. That's an easy one.
Exactly.
All right, we got a split screen here. I want to know who your real father is, please. Pull it up, boys. Is it Hinsky or the fire hydrant?
Hinsky. I had a good one with Hinsky. We were getting ready for game 1 of the World Series over there. Yeah. He's flipping me, and he's like trying to think of something to say to me. He's like, just breathe. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, I love you, Ski. It's like, he just turned around. I love you too. Thanks. Love you, Dad. Love you, Dad.
And last photo, describe this photo, please, in one word.
Sexy.
Speaking of dads.
Sexy.
Sexy.
Oh.
Look at that.
Kyle, it's good hanging out with you, man. Don't be a stranger when we call you, whether it's in the off season or 2017. And best of luck this weekend. Enjoy the atmosphere. It's going to be crazy.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Absolutely.
Oh boy, it's Miller time. Andrew Miller is next as the best of IT at the World Series continues.
Intentional Talk is presented by Bacardi. Live passionately, drink responsibly.
After dark we come. The brave shirts and the still in work shirts, united against all dress codes. The glow gals, illuminated by 1,000 likes. The lords of the playlist. The careless dancers. The coat check skippers. The midnight feasters. And the last train sprinters. We are the night.
Shop Ashley Home Store's Black Friday mattress event for the greatest sale in history. For a limited time, get this mattress from Ashley Sleep or get 6 years no interest on Serta iComfort and Tempur-Pedic starting at just $24 a month. Plus, add a power base for just $10 a month. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Tonight's been great.
Yeah.
You look amazing. Take after your mom. She's hot.
Know when to shh. The subtle fragrance of Axe Black.
Wouldn't you rather have a big DQ chicken strip basket instead of those little nuggets?
Wow, that's a big meal.
You got a big appetite.
Hey, I'm a big man.
You are big.
I'm big enough to lift this man.
You don't have to do that.
Yes, we do.
Go big with the DQ chicken strip basket. Now just $4.99.
Forget everything you think you know. Discover a world of possibility with one blade from Philips Norelco. The blade for beards. And be your best you. One blade from Philips Norelco. See Marvel's Doctor Strange in theaters November 4th.
You do all this research on the perfect car, then smash it into a tree. Your insurance company raises your rates. Maybe you should have done more research on them.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Do you have a question for MLB Network? Start a conversation on Facebook or Twitter and let us know what's on your mind.
We needed to hire someone, but it was really tough finding people that had the right experience.
I was spending half my day just reading resumes.
To hire great people, go to ZipRecruiter.com and post to over 100 of the web's leading job boards with one click. Then easily select the best candidates from one list.
I'm seeing a lot more candidates with the right experience.
We have gotten consistently better results from ZipRecruiter than anywhere else.
Over 1 million businesses have already used ZipRecruiter. Try it for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/DirecTV.
Find the friendly flags of Baymont Inn & Suites, where our hometown hospitality means fresh baked cookies and a delicious free breakfast. For a fun family getaway or a business trip, free Wi-Fi keeps you connected, and our comfortable rooms are waiting for you. From the bay to the mountains, find the friendly flags of Baymont Inn & Suites. Upgrade yourself to a suite and save 20%. Book direct at BaymontInns.com.
For the first time ever, we have Andrew Miller good enough to join us on the set.
First.
Yeah, not only is it awesome to have him here, it's awesome because we look taller than him right now. Would we give you the short chair, pal?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
It's nice.
Let him fall over trying to fix it.
That's okay.
Leave it as is.
All right. So what were your emotions when you woke up this morning with a 3-1 series lead?
You know, we like where we're at. It's pretty fun playing these games, and we couldn't have drawn it up any better to this point, but we got our work cut out for us, and, you know, I think, you know, we're excited to have Bauer back on the mound, but, you know, it's not going to be easy.
But was there a little bit of you, like the little kid in Andrew Miller that woke up and was like, I can't believe it, like I'm one win away from winning a World Series?
Yeah, no doubt. I think, you know, one win away is, you know, it's as close as you can get without being there. So it's, you know, everybody's got a smile on their face. I think, you know, still pretty focused. It's loose over there in the clubhouse, but, you know, we're pretty darn close to our goal.
I'm a show hair connoisseur. Facial hair, show hair, chest hair. When you start growing out the stuff?
When? As soon as I got traded. I think the Yankees have the clean-shaven rule. It is what it is.
Yes.
I didn't mind it. It's not that big of a deal, but a chance to get away from the razor is first chance possible.
Now, when you're with the Yankees, you clean shave up here, obviously. Do you ever two-guard to go straight down and clean shave the chest area?
That's probably too much information.
Yep.
Yeah.
Leave it.
We'll just leave it like there. Talk, by the way. What does the wife like better?
I think chest or the hair, the facial hair?
I think she thought the clean shaving would be better, but she didn't realize that it was, it would get stubbly and rough. So I don't think she minds at this point.
Well, if she's watching this, and I hope she certainly has better things to do at this time, you might want to just put this part on mute, because it is time right now. You've been under investigation on this show for quite some time. It is time right now for Jockgate 2016. We talked about this story last week on the show, that apparently you don't wash your jock until you have in your opinion, a poor performance. And where do we stand with that?
I think hindsight is I gave a little too much information, and that's why I'm trying to be careful with his questions over here right now. We all have superstitions. I like to think I don't have too many. I like to think I'm, pretty, I got my routine, but it's nothing crazy. But that's one that I've picked up. I don't throw it in the on the laundry loop unless I have a rough outing, give up some runs, blow a game, that kind of stuff. So it's one of those things that it might get kind of nasty, but ultimately I'd like to keep it out of the wash.
I was the same way. And he got all mad at me when we were talking about it.
It's nasty, dude.
No, it's not, Chris. If you're are you over the sliding pants guy, or are you straight?
I go over.
Yeah, me too. So it's not that nasty.
Okay, that's all right.
So that's how we're trying to make it a point. That's not that nasty.
But this has been like 50-some days.
Oh, I don't know.
We don't count.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't count.
You ride that wave as long as you can.
Yeah, we just strike hitters out with sliders, and we don't count. But I do want to get to something. Chris was a little embarrassed to ask you that if you guys do win, and when the season does come to closure, he wants to know if you'll sign the strap of your jock so he can have
just to have
for the off season.
We can work something out. We got a ways to go, but if you're really interested,
we can talk about
all yours.
Yeah, we're 4 minutes and 23 seconds into this interview. At what point did you start regretting agreeing to come on the show?
He's calling Butch right now. Get me off.
All right, so the other day we saw you get in the on-deck circle.
Yeah.
You didn't have a chance to swing it at all. But, back in your Marlins days, when you were a starter, you got to hit it a little bit. Give us the scouting report of Andrew Miller at the dish.
Not good. Pretty ugly. I'm seeing some footage of it right now. It was not my strongest point as a player. I think I'm better suited for the American League and the bullpen. I think it's a good combination for me.
We have some other video of you, though, with the Red Sox. That was pretty amazing. You were going for a pop-up over this pitcher's mound right here. Talk us through this. The effort level was a 10.
I just want an out. I don't care how I get it. I don't care if it's pretty. Gary Tuck had that put up in the he put photos up in the bathroom out in the bullpen in Fenway, and there was a good one of that was there for a while. So, hey, I just want an out. There's show hair right there.
That is show hair, bro.
I would like you to picture Kevin's highlights presented to you by Axe. Oh, Clark the Cub!
Oh, you don't really see the Cubby that much right there. But he's dressed up for the theme. He's in the theme. He's got the Arietta pajamas on. He's ready to rock.
Michelle Rose, turn away because Matt Kemp is going to have a boo-boo.
Oh, my. Oh, I tell you what, the mounds on the field and the bullpens, they don't have it quick, and they sneak up and sniper.
Oh, man. Ow. All right, Chris Bryant. He loses the ball, but he got saved.
Look at this play right here by Jason Hayward right there. Sun ball, terrible feeling, and Jay Hay stays with it backhand.
One of the best at-bats of the year, Chris Coughlin.
Whoa, timeout, please. And then you don't get time to step in your swing mode, you get the hitter, and you get a knock and a rib. You fire it up there, Cogs. Let it go.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That is awesome.
Yeah! Good feeling.
This is not as awesome for the Milwaukee Brewers. Hernan Perez, Orlando Arcia. Come on.
Uh-oh. This is I got it, you got it, and the ball drops. No bueno.
That stinks.
Yep.
And finally, I didn't know that Kevin Millar has been teaching English here in the Chicago area for the last several months.
Well, I have. There they are. Spell it with an L. Soler. Oh, right. Solar. I like it with the L.
Still ahead, our guys do the best on-field demos in the business. Except for that one time. Oh, you'll see it in the latest edition of...
There she is, old Lou right there, Lack. That's Christina Lackey right there, our boy at Bub's. We had a blast.
Sounds like it.
Can you hear me? Sexy?
Kevin's highlights are presented by Axe. Find your magic.
Your accent is adorable.
Thank you.
Say tomato.
Tomato.
Tomato. What again?
Tomato.
Tomato. Is that right? It's the A. You know.
No winter. The subtle fragrance of Axe Black.
Wouldn't you rather have a big DQ chicken strip basket instead of those little nuggets?
Wow, that's a big meal.
You got a big appetite.
Hey, I'm a big man.
You are big.
I'm big enough to lift this man.
You don't have to do that.
Yes, we do.
Go big with the DQ Chicken Strip Basket. Now just $4.99.
Constipated? Trust #1 doctor recommended Dulcolax. Use Dulcolax tablets for gentle overnight relief, suppositories for relief in minutes, and stool softeners for comfortable relief of hard stools. Dulcolax, designed for dependable relief.
Welcome to Stouffer's Fit Kitchen. Prime cuts of meat, 25 grams of protein, and savory mouth-watering sides. It's the perfect balance of delicious and nutritious, making it just the right fit for you. Stouffer's Fit Kitchen meals. This is fit.
Yep, it's termites.
Oh, get rid of them.
Oh, no, I'm not an exterminator. I'm a pest monitor. I only let you know when there's a problem. There's a problem. Bye.
Why monitor a problem if you don't fix it? That's why free credit monitoring isn't enough to protect you from identity theft. At LifeLock, we not only alert you to identity threats, if you have a problem, we'll spend up to $1 million on lawyers and experts who'll work to fix it. LifeLock. Join starting at $9.99 a month.
When you freeze something,
It's for later.
but how much later?
There's no way to be sure.
But Wendy's is sure that if you want a juicy, delicious hamburger right now, it should be made with fresh, never frozen beef, unlike some other guys. So that's what's in every single hamburger Wendy's serves, and the doubles and the triples. Because at Wendy's, fresh never gets old.
This is Lynchburg, Tennessee. This is how many people were born here. This is how many are named Hiawatha Kitty McGee. This guy keeps the town dry. These guys would prefer it a little wet. This many are proud of what we make here. This is how many will go around bragging about it. This is our town. For 150 years, the home of Jack Daniels. If you can't get here, just look for one of our postcards. They look like this.
The baseball action continues on MLB Network in the Arizona Fall League. See the next wave of Major League phenoms take the field for the annual Fall Stars game, featuring first-round draft picks, Saturday at 8 Eastern, live on MLB Network.
All right, it's time right now for the latest edition of...
A lofty fly ball can get caught up in the ivy. Jesus.
D-roll, seriously, D-roll. It's not going to stay. Kick him, get him out of here. Come on, Italiano.
So, congratulations to the Chicago Cubs. 108-year curse out the window. They become the first team since the '79 Pirates to erase a 3-1 series deficit by winning Games 6 and 7 on the road. Congratulations.
Do you feel that bad right now? Because that didn't sound like generous. Is that the word? Generous?
No.
That didn't sound, what's the word I'm looking for?
Keep searching.
That didn't sound down to earth. That
No.
didn't sound,
Here's
it
the
sounded
good news.
bitter.
The baseball season's over, but intentional talk is not. If you want to hear more of that hilarity, just tune in every weekday, Monday through Friday. We're just a half-hour show in the off-season. You can tune in at 3, 5,
Sincere.
and 7.
It didn't
There
sound
you
sincere.
go. Ding, ding, ding.
It didn't sound sincere, Chris.
There, now you made me feel better. We'll see you again here on Intentional Talk.